So for the past couple of weeks I've been messing around with my new 2DS XL I found, and you know what? It's still really good. The Nintendo 3DS, the success to not only the most popular handheld of all time, but one of the most popular consoles ever made. Only slightly below the PS2 in that regard. The 3DS, or the 3DS XL, or the 2DS, or the new 3DS, or the new 3DS XL, or the new 2DS. You may be thinking, well, why don't I just get a Switch? And well, that's a good choice too, but I'm here to tell you why you shouldn't sleep on the 3DS family, even today. And the main reason is custom firmware. But first I'm going to talk about the most obvious example, the library of games themselves. You've got your main hitters with Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, but not only that, you have the entire catalogue of regular old DS games as well. That's potentially 16 to 17 years worth of games that work natively for the system. Now a few 3DS games I've been playing. Super Mario 3D Land is a top-notch platformer and honestly a must-have. It's even better if you have an actual 3DS over a 2DS. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D is a phenomenal port of the 1998 classic. The Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, a remake that compiles the first 3 entries of the Phoenix Wright games, and a solid one at that. This is one wacky dramatic game, but if you want to see a wacky game, I've also been playing Tamagotchi Live. Now this game is weird. Lots of Japan in this game, still a fun experience though. However, it's 2021 and in my opinion the main reason for picking up this device again is homebrew and custom firmware. Now if you don't know anything about custom firmware, you can basically use it to allow you to download pretty much anything. Now I'm not saying go out and pirate a load of 3DS games, but I won't tell if you won't. Anyway, besides being a pirate, custom firmware allows you to do tons more, such as use custom themes and splash screens, back up your save games, store your games onto the SD card so you don't need a cartridge in future, and finally my favourite, emulation. So like I say, you're able to play original DS games on the system, but you can also play Game Boy games, Super Nintendo games, NES games, etc, etc, etc. I know you can emulate loads of systems, but these are the ones I've personally done so far, so you can go wild. In terms of the emulation capabilities on the new 3DS line, it works really well. I've been playing a bit of Super Mario RPG, and it runs pretty damn well. Game Boy Advance games work well too with the help from the Twilight menu. And this is the software that also allows you to play regular DS games. I can't speak for the regular 3DS line, but apparently the emulation capabilities are pretty limited. But it will run regular DS games fine. I think finally with how easy it is to mod your 3DS now, and how it just feels good to have a dedicated handheld, with all the 3DS systems feeling comfortable to play in my experience, especially when compared with the Switch. It's also way more portable, and with a plethora of games available to you, it's a no-brainer. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and you should look into modding your 3DS too if you have one. It really breathes new life into the console. I'll leave a link in the description of the most up-to-date guide of modding your 3DS if you want to do it too. Anyway, thanks for watching.